Joe Bousfield, who was the poet featured in the 115th reading in this series, also pointed me in the direction of Spike Milligan's poems. Like most folk, I've acquired a general impression of Milligan, a courageous comic genius with a mastery of the surreal and silly, and a man dogged by deep depression throughout his life. His poetry whimsical and largely appealing to young children. With this baggage in tow, I set out to explore Milligan's poems, which were not addressed to youngsters. The opening poem, Unto Us, is a powerful account of abortion from the embryo's perspective. I share none of the doctrinal tenets that this poem expresses, but it is both a muscular expression of Catholic belief and a telling personal cri de coeur. It is sad, as often is the case with pro-life proponents, especially the masculine and priestly ones, that the heaviest condemnation and blame in this poem is heaped on the woman. I should confess that my qualification in psychiatry doesn't extend beyond having read out-of-date Reader's Digest magazines in various waiting rooms. That said, there is much in these poems that points to a man greatly affected by childhood loss, deeply concerned about how children are raised by their parents, and how bewilderingly rapidly the ground can fall away beneath love and security. I'm illustrating my shallow thesis with 7 examples. Unto Us. Somewhere, at some time, they committed themselves to me, and so I was. Small, but I was. Tiny in shape, lusting to live, I hung in my pulsing cave. Soon they knew of me, my mother, my father. I had no say in my being, I lived on trust and love. Though I couldn't think, each part of me was saying, a silent, wait for me, I will bring you love. I was taken, blind, naked, defenceless, by the hand of one whose good name was graven on a brass plate in Wimpole Street, and dropped on the sterile floor of a foot-operated plastic waste bucket. There was no Queen's Counsel to take my brief. The cot I might have warmed stood in Harrod's shop window. When my passing was told, my father smiled. No grief filled my empty space. My death was celebrated with tickets to see Danny LaRue, who was pretending to be a woman, like my mother was. Indian Boyhood. What happened to the boy I was? Why did he run away and leave me old and thinking like there'd been no yesterday? What happened then? Was I that boy who laughed and swam in the Bund? Is there no going back, no recompense? Is there nothing, no refund? Bongaloo. What is a bongaloo, Daddy? A bongaloo, son, said I, is a tall bag of cheese, plus a Chinaman's knees, and the leg of a nanny goat's eye. How strange is a bongaloo, Daddy? As strange, I replied. When the sun's in the west, it appears in a vest, sailing out with the noonday tide. What shape is a bongaloo, Daddy? The shape, my son, I'll explain. It's tall round the nose, which continually grows in the general direction of Spain. Are you sure there's a bongaloo, Daddy? Am I sure, my son? Said I. Why, I've seen it, not quite, on a dark sunny night. Do you think that I'd tell you a lie? The essence of true beauty lingers in all-encompassing rainbows of your joy and laughter. You hold my hand and smile as we ensconce ourselves in a world of fire. Our love is all there is. I touch your face. Your gentleness astounds me. I am held in the honour of your love. Then overnight, the rolled Trunsur, 61 minutes past the 11th hour. I am alone.
I do not stare absently.
I must go down to the sea again. I must go down to the sea again, to the lonely sea and the sky. I left my shoes and socks there. I wonder if they're dry. So fair is she. So fair is she, so fair her face, so fair her pulsing figure. Not so fair the maniacal stare of a husband who's much bigger. Omen of emptiness. The clock has turned enough to reach a planet. Life is endless night. I hear wings beating in the dark of my room. A giant raven is waiting for me to fall asleep.
I do not stare absently, counting waves upon